Well, basically what I'd like to see with the bell tower is to pull the whole thing down. I don't know why they built it.
I think it has a chance of becoming an eyesore.
I think it's terrible.
The more phallic symbols we have in this town, the better.
But what it is I guess a bell tower with ancient bells located inside, but a very modern exterior. And so you've got the sails, which are coated in copper, and the spire itself, which is transparent. And when you put it all together, it's a very, very interesting architectural design, a very interesting building. It's not just a building on its own, it's in fact a musical instrument.
And if it's as nice as what it is in Canberra to hear the chimes ringing out over the water, I think it'll be lovely.
I think people will come from all over the world to see that. I mean, all the campanologists of the world, those people who ring bells, will come to see it anyway. It's all about developing that as a hub, if you like, for the city and improving its relationship with the river.
I mean, every city has something, Perth's got the Alpha Tower, we may have a King's Park, but that's sort of a natural attraction, it would be nice to have something that's sort of a bit different. So, yeah, I think I agree with it.
Lots of other sort of monuments and stuff they've built around here, so it's just another one really.
The principal icon is King's Park, our environmental jewel. We have an icon which is the Swan River. We have various man-made attractions such as the Burswood Resort, which appeals to huge numbers of people who are interested in that sort of social and gambling activity. We won't really see any increase in people visiting the state, either from interstate or from overseas, through having a bell tower in the state.
I didn't come to Perth to see a bell tower, put it that way.
Yes.
It's pretty hard to put a number on it, but I think you'll have thousands, hundreds of thousands of people will visit the bell tower on a regular basis.
Yes, I think so. Tourists will come more and get a tourist attraction for the Perth.
Now to use the river as a major tourism route or transport route for tourists from, I guess, the ocean, that's Fremantle and Rottnest, right through the Swan Valley, and the Barrack Square redevelopment and the development of sort of a Perth port means that becomes a very central part of this transport link from the Swan Valley through to Fremantle.
I think it's a waste of public money, and it's purely sort of a court family attempt at a legacy.
I think the money could have been spent on more worthwhile causes.
Waste of my money and yours and everybody else.
I mean, that $88 million, in point of fact, would actually allow us to buy out a number of the timber contracts in the southwest and allow for the old growth Carry, Marri, Jarrah, Tingle forests down there to be preserved.
I think it's a monument to Richard Court that he doesn't deserve.
Well, I suppose Dickie Court wants to make his mark, so in the future they can look back on it.
They all build their own little memorials.
It's a $5 million project. It's been criticised because it's costing too much money, but for what we're getting for $5 million is quite spectacular. I think the architects need to be congratulated for what they've been able to achieve on a very small budget, relatively.
In some cases it is worthwhile, public art space brings people together, but as far as this government spending the money, no, it's a big time waste. There's a lot of other things that you've got a lot of buildings up there that should well and truly be fixed up, Essentially, it's a bit of a shame that, the money never ever gets spent properly, and it seems to be Dickie Court's way of getting his thumb up there, so good on him.
Well, I think any politician that has the courage to do something that isn't absolutely essential should be admired, and frankly I like the way the bell tower's coming along.
It's a waste of money personally. It could be going to roads, schools, anything like that. What are we going to get out of it?
something to look at. Wow.
I think that it's terrible that it's imported from somewhere else. I think it's got no artistic merit at all, and I think Richard Court's an arsehole.
I don't think there's a lot of point in spending millions of dollars. We've got a lot of other issues that are probably more important at the present moment.
I disagree with it completely. It would have been much better to spend that money on opening up a few youth centres, places where kids in the suburbs can go and play and do sports and play chess or whatever. That's where the money should have been spent.
No, not really. You could spend it on better things. Yeah, I reckon. What do you think?